Oh.
What?
I'm just reading.
Hello, Abe. Albert, Danielle. Hello, Christy Kincaid Norris. Justin.
Hi, for showing up late with us.
It's Kelly's fault.
What are you going to do? We're going to do a podcast, and I'm going to talk louder into the microphone because I listened back to a podcast and I don't know if they're just not turning the volume up a lot or if it's me, but my volume levels seem to be very low. Are you guys noticing that? Because I know you're listening back to the actual podcast, right? Right?
Oh, Bethany.
I feel like my volume is low.
Tiffany.
In my opinion. It's a noise that keeps happening.
I don't know what that is.
There's noises that keep coming from the other room, and we're just like sitting here hearing them and not doing anything about it.
Thank you, Jennifer. Well, Brooksy.
Brooksy? Cute.
Yeah, we've had some technical difficulties, Justin. We think we have them figured out.
Oh, you're talking about the bad podcast where we had the audio was so screwed up?
We think we got them figured out. Yeah, I think that'll be good.
We did a podcast, and when we got off the air and signed everything off, nothing recorded. So they had to go, I think it was the May 5th podcast. I'm not sure at this point, but they had to go back and record the audio off of YouTube. Thank God we recorded it on YouTube. And we're able to get a podcast out of it. But the audio sounded really funky if you listen to it.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
Ugh. All right, baby doll.
Okay. Hello, Sin. We got a good group here tonight. Hello, AC.
Late is better, maybe.
Hello, ACNC12. Adrienne. James. J-Bo 1962, Tracy, Adri, Jakob, Danielle, Brooksy. All right. Anna Lou. What else we got? Sheila. Patty. Thank you, Sin. I got my hair cut. I went to Connie finally opened, so I got my hair cut. Abe said I got the Yosemite Sam mustache.
Oh, y'all have noticed a difference? It's finally showing up.
I'm just going to keep going with it till it's out to freaking here.
Are you going to start curling it?
Yes.
At what point will it be long enough to curl it?
Needs another couple of months.
Oh, Lord. Months?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already yawning. That's not a good sign.
Were you trying to gyp the listener?
No, I'm just
saying. You need to give the listener 110%. What are you doing?
Well, I've had a martini or two.
I've had 4 drinks.
Martini Monday.
Hey, Mel.
Hey, Mel.
Wouldn't be a podcast without Mel.
It wouldn't. You ready to get started so we can get going? Because we're late as it is. Here we go. We're going to get ready to go.
Yes.
Hola.
Give me a little something.
Test 1, 2. Wants and needs winner. Get ready for some cookies. What?
Harold S. Balsac, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Harry S. Balsac, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Harry S. Balsac.
Yeah, Justin Walker just played Nasty Girl for me on his, you have to put up the link for everybody.
Is that
Justin.
Janet Jackson?
No, that's Vanity 6. It's a dirty song, but I've admitted in the past I really like dirty songs. That's one of them. He has a show he does, I think on the weekends, and I missed it the other night.
There's such a disconnect. We'll just talk about it on the podcast.
What?
There's such a disconnect between the things you listen to and then your reaction to when I say things.
I know.
There's a huge disconnect.
It's very odd.
Let's just talk about it.
Okay. Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I am Kelly Raspberry Evans, and this is my quarantine partner in crime, my husband and podcast co-host, Alan Evans.
Hello, I'm Alan. Hey, Trey. in the house.
I thought you were going to go back and not do that.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I like it a
I have
little less.
no idea what
I
I'm
like
doing.
a little less. As of today.
I'll give you a little less.
Please do. As of today, we have been in quarantine together for 54 days, honey, as of the time we're recording this podcast.
Please, can we do it another 54? Please?
4 days. You know, I was reading some tabloid reports today because, you know, I have to peruse gossip websites.
That means look.
I have to look at gossip websites.
I mean, we've got listeners from everywhere. South Carolina, Arkansas.
I am from South Carolina. And to find out what's going on in the celebrity world. And one of the big stories today that I read was Kim and Kanye West are at each other's throats. They've had it. Because Kim is typically used to being on the go, on the move, boom, boom, boom. Everything's scheduled. She's busy, busy, busy. Now she's at home with the kids and Kanye, and she doesn't feel like Kanye's pulling his share of the weight when it comes to watching out for the kids. I have no problem believing this quarantine story, this celebrity story, because I have a feeling this is playing out across America. Whether you're rich, famous, non-famous, normal, whatever.
That what? The old lady is saying that the old man is not pulling his weight watching the kids?
That people are just getting to the end of their ropes with the quarantine, with the constant togetherness. You know, it may have been fun for a minute. Now, I will be honest, Alan and I have gotten along remarkably well. I am even shocked at that. But you think?
Why are you shocked?
Because I would think that after a while, it's just too much togetherness and people need a break.
How can you get too much of me? Don't answer that. You know what? I think we've been doing great.
We have.
I think we've been doing fine.
Shockingly. Now,
I don't understand why you say shockingly.
Now, could we give credit to one partner over the other? I don't think so. I think it's a pretty
fair.
To me.
Give it to
me.
me.
Will give
I'll take it.
A lot of the credit to you.
Give me the glory.
Because you keep yourself busy.
Thank you.
You keep yourself very busy in the yard, art, whatever he's doing, and he does not expect me to be out there with him. So he has plenty of alone time separate from me.
Well, you've set the precedence. I mean, even before I was doing the yard work under quarantine, if I were to do yard work under normal circumstances, were you out there helping me? No.
I would ask, honey, can I get you something to drink? Honey, do you want me to go get my gardening gloves and help you?
No, that's fine.
And every once in a while, you would say, sure, and I would.
No, but I greatly appreciate when you bring me some H2O. I mean, I greatly appreciate
all
that.
Day.
All day, every day.
But I think the fact that we've managed to be separate somewhat during the day makes it not so, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Stressful, maybe, when you're up under each other 24/7.
Well, here at Evans Manor, I mean, we have several wings in the estate here.
Yeah,
I mean, you can separate yourself pretty good. You can isolate in this estate.
And I do. I stay in your office a lot. This is where Alan used to hide out from me all the time before.
Didn't hide out, never hid out.
He would sit in here.
Never hid out.
He would listen to music. He'd tune his guitar. He'd clean guns.
Being misrepresented.
He'd watch Fox News, and I would just peek my head in every once in a while.
Nothing wrong with guns and Fox News.
Right. That's what you do. And I would like that. That would be his alone time, and I would find other things to do. But now I have taken over your office.
What do you call it? You've bogarted it?
I don't call it that, but you can.
What was the thing I heard the other day that somebody said? And I'm like, I don't know if you can say that. It wasn't, but somebody took something and they said
It's probably not a good term, so don't even.
Well, no, it wasn't. It wasn't racial, but it was something, and I was like, ooh.
Well, then don't say it.
They shanghaied it. That was it. Somebody shanghaied something.
What does that even mean? I don't even know. Is that referring to a war or something?
Well, Shanghai is a city
but was it something war related
in Asia?
Did something happen in Shanghai?
I don't know.
See, that's why I need
Listener,
the context.
if you know the meaning of when somebody steals something, they Shanghai it. What exactly does that mean?
See, why would you even bring that up if there's a potential of offending someone?
Well, there's not. I don't think it's offensive.
We don't even know what it means.
I don't think it's offensive.
Can you offend somebody if you truly don't know what you're saying?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Because I truly don't know what that means.
I don't either.
I'm assuming there is maybe a war.
I didn't say this. Someone on TV said somebody stole something, they said they shanghaied.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, that's what they said.
I remember there was a very bad Madonna and Sean Penn movie called Shanghai Surprise. It was a box office bomb. That's all I know about Shanghai.
It means theft. One of our live studio audience members said it
Why?
means theft.
Why does it mean theft?
Well, I don't know.
There has to be a reason.
That I don't know. Hey,
And it's probably racial and insensitive, and I denounce it. I denounce it. I'm getting ahead of it.
we're insensitive on the podcast. We're not racial on the podcast.
We don't mean to be.
But here, let me. Can I bring one thing up? And then I just got to get this off my chest. Before we started the podcast, okay? Every time before we start the podcast, if you're part of our live studio audience, you hear me I do a sound check.
And it's always vulgar.
It's always a lewd name. Like today, it was Harry S. Balsac.
That's actually
S. Balsac.
That's actually one of your less vulgar ones.
Okay, now what Kelly does, she looks at me, she shakes her head, she rolls her eyes, she's like, that's vulgar.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're less vulgar, sometimes they're very vulgar.
Sometimes it's to the point where it sets the precedent for a very testy podcast.
Yes, but there is a disconnect. There is a disconnect because Kelly likes lewd, vulgar songs. And I've been listening to these podcasts that she listens to.
Mm-hmm.
She'll have them on her iPhone in the bathroom when she's getting ready for whatever. Yeah. And these people, they will rename. They don't
have to.
Well, okay. Heather McMahon.
I love her, but she cusses a lot.
We need to shove about 50 Tide Pods down her throat.
Well, she cusses
because
a lot.
she has the word. She makes me look like a choir boy.
She cusses like a sailor, but
you get mad at me when I do a juvenile
you're my
sound
husband.
check.
And I sometimes,
she was throwing the C word.
I know, and I don't like that.
After other today.
And I don't look like that. But I love her as a comedian, and I try to she's going to get past that in a minute. But, I'm just I don't know. I just don't like that word. But I like her a lot, and she makes me happy.
But I can't say Harry S. Balsac.
Well, that's not as bad as you can get. But anyway, when I was growing up, I just liked kind of naughty songs. And one of the songs I used to love, this came up in the chat room on our YouTube chat room. If you ever want to join in, we record the podcast typically around 8 p.m. Central. We're a little late tonight on Tuesday and Thursday nights. But Justin, one of our listeners, has a radio show, and he dedicated Vanity Six's Nasty Girl to me because that song, I loved that song so much when I was a kid. Really?
Yeah, give us a little bit.
This is bad, y'all.
Give us some.
I won't give you the worst parts. And it's probably not as vulgar considering what's playing on the radio now. But back in the day when I was in college going to Liberty University, yes, that would be Jerry Falwell's school. I would have been either heavily disciplined, if not excommunicated and kicked out of college for listening to Nasty Girl by Vanity Six. That's right. Pleased to meet you. I still won't tell you my name. Don't you believe in mystery? Don't you want to play my game? I'm looking for a man to love me like I've never been loved before. I'm looking for a man that'll do it anywhere, even on the limousine floor. That nasty? Tonight, living in my fantasy, my own little nasty world. Tonight, don't you want to come with me? Do you think I'm a nasty girl? Tonight, do you want to keep going? Fantasy, my own little nasty world. Tonight,
it's not very nasty.
Come with me. Do you think I'm a nasty girl? I guess I'm just used to sailors. I think they got water on the brain. I think they got more water upstairs than they got sugar on the candy cane. That's right. It's been a long time since I had it, and I did it real good. If you ain't scared, take it out. I do it like a real live nasty girl should. Tonight, keep going. Fantasy.
I'm just waiting for some more nasty stuff.
All right. Let's see. The break goes da ya da da. Let's see. Now I'm out of context. That's right. I can't control it. I need 7 inches or more.
Whoa!
That's one of the lines. Yeah.
Okay.
That's one of the lines.
Okay.
I'm out of context now because I stopped singing.
I was very disinterested, and then all of a sudden, whoa.
It's very vulgar. It was one of Prince's proteges, Vanity 6, and she has since denounced that song. She is a minister. She's an evangelical minister, and she does not, you can't call her Vanity 6 anymore. I don't even know what her real name is. But that was one of the naughty songs I'd listened to.
She only wants 7 inches, huh?
Or more. Vanity 6, y'all.
Wow.
So anyway, yeah, that's a little is it hypocritical? Is it duplicitous? It's
confusing to me.
Confusing.
Because I do these ridiculous sound checks.
But you do
and you roll your eyes, you get mad at me.
Because that's my own private little song in my car that I would listen to.
And then you listen to this stuff. It's vulgar. It's lewd.
Not as much as some stuff. Anyway, are you glad you got that off your chest?
One of my favorite songs is
Is it Dirty?
Oh yeah. What is it? It's
Can you think of it? What is that?
I can't even sing it because it's so nasty.
What is it? What's the word? What's the title?
If you couldn't roll futuristic, could you? Put your
that's Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. Put your
See, I love that song too. Yeah. Mustache. I love that song too, but I don't know what they're saying.
That is so lewd.
Can I get a what? Got love for players without dub. Can I get a whoop whoop?
Yeah. Oh.
I love that song too, but I don't know what the words are.
Well, you don't want to sing them.
Another one I like is Crazy by Buck Cherry. I love that song so much, and it's so dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And then one night,
that's a good lake song.
It's horribly vulgar. And one night, I convinced a girlfriend of me to go sing that at karaoke, and immediately I was so horribly embarrassed. I said, I cannot believe. But then you're committed at that point, you know. I couldn't get off that stage fast enough. But yeah. What?
Nothing. This has just gone.
It's gone a way you didn't expect it to go.
Horribly weird direction.
Anyway, so that's our secret little love of dirty songs. But songs today are even worse, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, honey.
No.
My neck, my back. I can't even go any more than that. That's the only 2 words I can say from that. The 2 lines.
You listen to any late 80s, early 90s.
No, not nearly as vulgar as what's out there today.
You listen to any early 90s rap.
No. Today's worse.
I
You're
disagree.
Wrong.
I disagree.
Speaking of Mother's Day, I had a lovely Mother's Day for the most part. I know you're all wondering. Alan sneaked out of bed very early, and I rolled over, and I'm like feeling for him. He's gone. So I get up, I'm so groggy. I'm so dead asleep. It was like 7:30 in the morning. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, I wanted to let you sleep in for Mother's Day. I was like, okay, I'm going to go back to bed. And I went back to bed, and I slept till 9. That was nice. And my daughter, actually, it was her weekend at her dad's, but because it was Mother's Day, I went and got her. And we went and had a little Mother's Day lunch, which was really nice. The only thing was her dad helped her get my Mother's Day gift. And it was a candle, which was really great. We love candles in this household. That was on the spot. We burned, especially being in quarantine, we get those mega candles. We will go through one of those mega candles in less than 2 days.
The air gets very thick in the house.
We love them.
Especially in the bedroom.
Yeah. Oh, God. It was ripe in there.
Whoa.
Oh, Alan.
Whoa.
Oh, you were like.
What are you fingering me for?
Well, you were the one that brought it up. I was going to bring it up. It was so bad.
Well, you know what you need to stop doing?
I'm like,
quit buying me that Russell Stover sugar-free candy, okay?
Well, quit eating 17 pieces before you go to bed.
Good God, Evans. That
There's some bubble guts.
Blows you up like a freaking helium balloon.
I come in and he's like this. It's so funny when I walk in.
Like a freaking gas bag.
He does so good all day. And I come in, and he's just like this you see the people like the gluttons or something.
Whoa!
Like, I'm just saying because it's
like Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, but you're not big like that. But you're sitting there with like 20 candy wrappers and chocolate.
There's not 20. There's not 20.
It's like, how many is the most you've eaten in a sitting?
Oh, that's a good question. I've eaten over 10 in a sitting.
Thank you.
And
okay.
that will give you the worst upset stomach.
Right. And it's sugar-free candy. So it's made with sugar alcohol, which gives you the toots, the bubble guts. And so Adeline goes to bed with bubble guts. And I wake up this morning because I got to get up and do my radio job. And I'm like, what is happening in this bedroom? So you brought it up or I wouldn't have brought it up.
Because when you're asleep, it
was so bad.
They just leak out.
I was like, what is happening? I left the room because I had to turn on the microphone and stuff and get ready to go to the morning show. And I came back in, I'm like, it was like a wall hit me. I went and found a candle and lit it in the middle of the night. It was like, I turned on the fan. I'm like, what is happening in here? I couldn't find the Febreze. I was going to Febreze everything, but it would wake him.
I bet if
oh my God, I've never, it was so bad.
I bet if you surveyed our dear podcast listeners, I bet if you surveyed 100 ladies, 95 of them would say that they at some point in their lives have described walking into the room their husband is in and they hit a wall.
It is literally a wall.
Everyone has had that experience.
It is literally a wall. And I know it's not me because I'm so delicate and feminine. So I come in, I'm like, what is happening? It was like, it was so bad. I could, I don't want to go.
Well, hey,
I can smell it like from way far away.
Hey, what are you? I'm a human. What am I supposed to do?
Quit eating all that sugar-free candy right before bed.
I am human and I need to be loved.
So bad,
just like everybody else does.
But I love you. And you know what? If I'm sleeping, I don't care. When I have to get up at 5 a.m., I'm like,
sorry, what am I supposed to do?
He even told me last night before we went to bed.
What?
You even told me it's going to be a bad night.
Oh, yeah.
You even told me that.
I was trying to prep you.
So he starts off cradling me so his bottom is facing away from me.
What? Oh, yeah.
And then right before we get like, okay, I got to get comfortable. And then he faces opposite me. So I'm in the line of fire.
There was no line of fire.
There was a line of fire all night.
It's not like I was tooting on you.
Alan.
Hey, I was asleep. I don't know.
It was so bad.
Whatever.
Anyway, that's the way I woke up the morning after Mother's Day. But let me tell you. Okay, so my dog, back to the candle situation that I lit this morning. So thankfully she gave me that candle that smelled a lot like you, I thought. It had like a masculine.
The candle
cologne.
smelled like me?
It had like a cologne scent, like a man's cologne scent.
Like Brute?
No, but it smelled good.
Oh.
She gave me a card.
What's wrong with Brute?
We were reading Mother's Day cards. My mother got a Mother's Day card. You know, it was lovely. And my daughter said, please don't read your card out loud in front of anybody. I'm like, okay. She goes, please don't, please don't. And I was afraid she was going to be maybe embarrassed because it was so sentimental. Exact opposite. So we finally get somewhere private and she's like, my dad picked it out. My dad picked it out. I didn't pick it out. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I opened the card and it's a cat sitting on like the back of a toilet or something with toilet paper. And it said something like, Happy Mother's Day. And then we open it up, it said, don't let anyone give you any sheet today. Like toilet paper sheets. And it was like, Happy Mother's Day, Mom, I love you. And I was like, okay. I was like, okay. What was that? Do I save that Mother's Day card? Do I save that? I'll be honest, that kind of like, I was like, what is that? I said, did your dad get mad because you were taking too long trying to pick out a card, so he just picked one? Did he think that was funny?
I can't answer any of these questions.
I didn't know.
Because I gave you a very nice
Mother's Day card. Well, yours was kind of comical. It was a Mother's Day, like mommy's juice box. It was like a juice box of wine. But
very nice sentiments.
But he wrote lovely notes about, being a bonus mom and all that and accepting, our children and all that. And it was wonderful. But I was like, what is that? And I get there are funny Mother's Day cards, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to bring that up to him. Maybe someone listening to the podcast knows him and will say something. Kelly didn't like that Mother's Day card you picked out on behalf of Emma Kelly. I'm like, I don't even know. I don't know what to think. I'm probably going to regret even bringing this up on the podcast, but I don't know. I didn't love that.
Well, there's a reason you're divorced.
Oh, Alan. There are many reasons, but I didn't love that Mother's Day card. I'll just say that.
Well, cards like that probably, you know.
I don't know. Am I being too something?
Well, most Mother's Day cards aren't the type where, you make a fart joke or you talk about toilets or anything like that. Most
don't they want to give you any sheet today?
Most Mother's Day cards are usually pretty nice.
Well, I don't know.
Father's Day cards are different. Father's Day cards are all about the two.
I was a little disappointed in that.
Well, you have to take that up with somebody else.
It is what it is. But otherwise, it was a lovely day. And actually, Emma Kelly, we had a really pleasant time, don't you think?
Yeah.
She actually, when she came over to spend the day with me for Mother's Day, she spent a good chunk of it in her room alone. Mm-hmm. And then I finally said, come downstairs and hang out with me for Mother's Day. And when she did, it was actually really pleasant. We played games. We laughed. She actually laughed.
She laughed and
enjoyed herself
and
for
smiled.
a minute. So
I saw smiles.
So that was very nice.
Yes.
I would have rather just had more of that all day and just skip the card. I'd rather not have gotten a card than that.
The card's really tearing you up.
I don't know why that bothered me so much.
Really bothered me.
I really don't know why that bothered me so much, but it did. I don't know.
I think you should just kind of brush that off.
I'm going to have to, but we're family. We're podcast family. So I'm just going to let you know that card bothered me.
Yeah. Well, it's okay to let it bother you for maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah. Now I've shared it. I'm done.
Okay.
So hopefully everybody else had a Mother's Day. You know, they said that what most moms want for Mother's Day, which I don't know if this is true or not, is they want to be left alone on Mother's Day because they like to maybe go to a spa or something like that, because a lot of moms feel like they have so much of the responsibility for raising the children that they want to be alone on Mother's Day.
I saw one mom that posted, and she says, this has been the best Mother's Day ever. She said, for the last 2 hours, I've been staring at my ceiling, listening to music.
See, she was alone. So I don't know. I guess it depends on where you are in your relationship with your children, especially with coronavirus, and the moms are, for the most part, I know some dads are really pitching in, but I think let's go ahead and just admit it, men and women, that the women have been bearing the brunt of the responsibility of the child care and the schooling, right? So I guess it's just a different Mother's Day for a lot of people. We're just getting a break for a minute would be the best Mother's Day present.
Yeah.
And a card that doesn't refer to shit. Let's just be honest. That would be nice.
I thought you had moved past
sheet.
that.
Sheet.
I thought you had moved past that.
Yeah, I moved past it. Anyway, I'm sure he thought it was funny.
Why does that aggravate you so much?
I don't know why. It's just stuck in my craw and I can't cough it up. It's like a fur ball stuck in my craw. I'll get over it. Let's move on. So, what else is going on, babe?
That's it?
That's it. I'm just so disheartened.
That's it.
No, that's not it.
Oh.
So let's see. I've got a lot of little tidbit things going on. Being middle-aged is much more stressful now than it was almost 20 years ago. That's according to new research.
Middle-aged.
What would be middle-aged? The 40s, 50s? Comparing the 2010s.
Really. What is middle-aged? What does that mean?
Well, I would assume it'd be, if you're expected to live till 80, then 40 would be the midpoint. So 40 and above, right?
I don't think the average lifespan is 80.
What is it now, babe?
I thought it was in the mid-70s.
No, it's gotten older.
High 70s.
It's gotten older.
It's not over 80, though, is it?
Okay, then what do you want middle-aged to be, babe?
Well, that's what I'm trying to talk through
right
now.
50.
But you're trying to brush me through this conversation.
50.
It's 50?
Sure. I thought it was 40, but now, no, it's 50.
Well, Evans, then that would mean that you'd live till 100 if 50 is the middle age.
Okay, then back to 40.
So 80.
Okay, 35.
So we're over middle age.
Yes, we are.
So on the great golf course of life,
we're on the back nine.
Well, you're on hole number. God, you're on about hole number.
Back nine.
You're on the 14th tee, and I'm back on the 13th fairway.
Something like that. But comparing the 2010s the decade we just exited, to the 1990s, researchers found stress levels had increased across all age groups, but the increase was much more obvious in middle-aged people. It said increased responsibilities for both parents and children may be partly to blame. Is it because we became parents older? Don't you think parents are becoming older? And that's a lot more stressful because you're also at probably peak career, and peak parenting responsibilities are coinciding for a lot of women, especially in their 40s, I would say.
And I think there are more working moms. More families have to have two incomes to survive.
Yeah.
And that puts even more pressure on the woman who, in a lot of cases, in most cases, probably does, like you said, most of the child rearing and all that. So she's under even more pressure now. You got two working households, less time together, busier people. Yeah, that makes total sense.
It does.
Makes total sense.
Guys, if you want to keep your wife happy.
It's been like that for a long time.
It has. What's changed? Nothing. But guys, if you want to keep your wife happy, help her do the dishes.
Oh, I was going to say buy her something from Adam and Eve.
This is from the Council of Contemporary Families. Adam and Eve. That's an online toy site, right?
I don't know.
Have you ordered from there?
I don't know.
You have it during this? Have you ordered during our marriage?
No. I would admit it if I had. I have not.
Huh. All right.
Now, I haven't ordered from them in a long time.
But you have in the past.
Well, a long time ago. Like a long time.
What'd you order?
I can't remember.
Think about it while I read this next study.
Probably some VHS tapes.
Really?
I don't know. I'm just throwing that out. Yeah, maybe.
What else would you have possibly ordered?
I can't remember. It's been so long.
Think about it.
This is when they had a catalog.
A catalog?
A catalog. Oh, it was freaking.
It came in the mail.
Oh, it was freaking Christmas when you got that catalog. Oh,
you weren't embarrassed for that to be in your mailbox?
Not in an apartment. No, nobody saw this. No. Oh, and you get that catalog. You're like, oh my God, it's like getting a free issue of. It's like getting a free issue of Playboy.
That's the stupidest voice. So did you ordered stuff out of there?
I can't remember. I don't.
You had to order something from the catalog.
I don't have any recollection.
Are you being honest?
Yes, I'm being honest.
All right.
I mean, I don't remember exactly what it was. I don't. That's
All
the
right.
truth. That's the honest truth.
Everybody listening can decide if you believe him or not. I'm going to let him off the hook.
Okay.
Guys, if you want to keep your wife happy, help her do the dishes. A recent study examined a variety of different household tasks, including shopping, laundry, and house cleaning. And this study found that for women, it's more important to share the responsibility of doing dishes than any other chore. Women who wash the vast majority of dishes themselves report more relationship conflict, less relationship satisfaction, and even worse sex than women with partners who help with the dishes. Why? This is odd. Women are happier about sharing dishwashing duties than they are about sharing any other household task. Why is that, do you think? Something about getting in there together, you're communicating. I know we had a discussion maybe the last podcast, I don't remember how many podcasts ago, about you doing the laundry and how I have to hold my tongue because you do it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's more of a source of frustration for women because we feel like you're folding everything wrong, so that makes us more upset. But if you're just like washing and I'm rinsing and drying and putting away, maybe that's more of like, we're in this together.
We don't do the dishes together.
Not a lot, but I do like it when we do clean up the kitchen together. We usually just put them in the dishwasher though.
When I cook, you usually wash the dishes
clean.
And I leave you alone. You do the dishes and I help you straighten up a little bit. When you cook, I don't like you to help me do the dishes. I'd rather just do them by myself.
Why?
Because it's just to me, and it's nothing against you. I don't mind the help, but it's just, to me, it's just quicker if I just do it myself. It's just faster.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because when we're both in there, we're fumbling and bumbling and stumbling.
And somebody, wherever you are, I need to be
Oh
there.
my gosh, yeah. If I need to be standing on point A, you're going to be right there.
That's where I need to be, right there.
You got to be right there.
You don't like that.
Oh, no.
It's stressful.
And then if I put 10 plates in the washer, like one direction, you'll put that one plate in the other direction.
Mm.
And then I got to turn the damn thing around. So it's like, I'll just do it. I'll just do it. It's fine. Whatever.
Good to know. I will note that. This is according to Playboy magazine, as you like to refer it.
That's pretty good, babe. Good job.
I don't care. Playboy. Recent statistics show that because of coronavirus lockdown, more and more couples are discovering role playing in the bedroom. According to adult lingerie and accessory item manufacturers, such as
Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve. I should have done this story 2 stories ago. People want to transport themselves out of what's going on during quarantine. The top costume purchases for role play are schoolgirl, French maid, and sexy nurse.
All right, here's the deal. I know a lot of couples, because we know couples that do this. And I know a lot of couples do it and they enjoy it,
See, my friends don't talk about it. Your friends talk about it.
I have never grasped the fascination with this, with your partner being in a costume. Like, if you were in an orange jumpsuit and I'm dressed like a
prison guard.
A prison guard.
And I'm working the trash pickup on the side of the highway.
Yeah, I would just be like, this is the silliest thing I can think of.
Come on, that's sexy.
Can you imagine you and me, you in an orange jumpsuit, and then I'm in a prison guard uniform?
How about me as a French maid?
And then what am I wearing? A tuxedo?
Well, apparently, based on this, the women are the ones that have to dress up. Y'all can just show up.
So what does the dude do?
It doesn't say. The man just comes in the room and we're like supposed to be all dressed up. That doesn't seem fair.
Now, what about now one thing we could explore would be the bit where, like somebody's on all fours.
Alan.
No, I'm not going to get lewd and vulgar.
Are we playing like merry-go-round?
No, like you're kind of leading someone along with.
Are you kidding me?
What? No?
Are you kidding me?
We're having fun here. No? No? You wouldn't want to do that?
You're joking. I know you're joking.
And then the one on all fours has
No, Alan.
Has the horse tail.
Have you thought about this?
Spank, spank.
Okay, you're joking. Now my husband's joking. I appreciate.
They sell that stuff at Adam and Eve too.
Oh my gosh!
What?
I appreciate people who are that creative and inventive in that department. I appreciate it. I don't know that I could not laugh. I would laugh. I think the first time I tried to wear something sexy for you, I was so. I don't know. I was nervous. I was like, he's going to laugh at me. And you didn't laugh.
I didn't laugh.
You didn't laugh. But I was like, it was really outside of my comfort zone. And it was real skimpy. And I was like, I kind of like gave him a peek and then ducked behind the door. It's like, I was so juvenile.
What were you wearing?
It's not one piece thing. Remember? It was like just a piece of dental floss, basically.
Oh, the crotchless teddy?
No. It's not.
It wasn't
He's just saying that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just saying that, huh?
He's just saying that. Everything I have has crotches.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I get embarrassed just talking about it. You'd be surprised at how some of his friends are so willing to share all those details.
Who?
You said your friends talk about their role playing.
Yeah, we know people that do.
Then why do you say who?
I'm
just bringing it. It ain't
making
my friends.
Me very uncomfortable.
It ain't my. This is like become the most
This
X-rated podcast we've ever done.
Wheels off.
Oh, God. Let's just change course.
Okay.
This is from Men's Health.
Oh, boy.
Never pluck your nose hairs.
Oh.
Plucking leaves your follicles ripe for airborne infection.
Ew.
They can close over like zits and might even lead to toxic shock syndrome. Instead, use an electric nose hair trimmer rather than yanking them out at the roots.
Is there a worse pain than the ingrown zit, the ripe zit inside your nose? That's the worst pain I can think of. One of the worst pains. I mean, it's got to be worse than childbirth, too. I mean, that's no big deal.
It's worse than childbirth. I don't know. That'd be good role playing. Let's play childbirth tonight, babe.
What does that even mean?
I don't
What
know.
does that mean?
I don't know.
Like, I'm the doctor and you're the patient?
Or you're the baby. I don't know. You see how bad I am at this?
Babe, you have gone off the rails.
I'm sorry.
The soapbox is skidding down the hill. The wheels have flown off, and you're skidding down the hill sideways right now.
I'm sorry.
What does that mean?
I don't even know. I don't know.
What is that?
Back to nose hairs.
Like I'm crowning or something? I don't even know what that could even mean.
I don't know. But with coronavirus going on, don't pluck your nose hairs. Just trim them.
I don't like just trimming. If I got a big, long, white nose hair, I'm going to yank that thing.
Well, it's not good.
Okay.
And speaking of nose hairs, Alan has been growing from his nose a very dandy mustache. Let's talk about that. People are now starting to notice.
I mean, this is an after-dinner flavor saver.
People are starting to notice.
I mean, that's the womb broom
Your
right there.
father even noticed. He said, "You look like that actor, who is it?" I said, "Sam Elliott." "Yes, Sam Elliott."
I look nothing like Sam
That's what he
Elliott.
said. He said, "You got a Sam Elliott mustache."
I look like I'm in Al-Qaeda right now.
No, you don't. So what's the goal here? You've been growing it for how long? Since quarantine began?
I've been growing it for a month.
More than.
I mean, it's getting long.
And the ultimate goal is?
I don't have a goal. I'm just growing it. I'm just going to see where it takes me. At some point, I'm sure I'll get defeated and I'll be like, shave it off. I'm out. And then I'll shave a goofy looking pencil thin, and then I'll shave a Charlie Chaplin, and then it'll be gone. You know?
I will tell you this. I'll be honest about your, you spend a lot more time grooming it now than you did before. It takes you a lot longer because you're trying to train it to go up and let it curl.
Right.
But I think I like the way you let it fill in closer to your nose, because you used to trim it so like you'd have a lot of clean space between your nose hole and where your mustache began. So you'd have like a big bare skin line. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I like it better where it's filled in.
I like bare skin.
Well, I like that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to the point where it bothers me yet.
Okay. Well, hey, I'm in quarantine.
Now, if we were making out constantly, I'd probably have an issue.
Kidding me? At our age, making out constantly.
Right.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's a foreign concept. But
I mean, I'll lead you around on a leash, but
Alan,
I'm not sure I'm going to go making out constantly.
Maybe Alan's feeling a little randier than normal, and maybe I'm feeling a little sprier than normal because we've been like taking care of ourselves in quarantine.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we have. You know what we decided to do? We took this little online quiz that Care Of offers. It's very easy to take, just a couple minutes. And basically, they ask you, what needs do you have that you would like to address in your life? Like for me, I am, let's admit it, middle-aged. And I'm like, I want to address, aging skin. My hair is thinning in certain places. I've talked about that before. I'd like to have better quality sleep. As Alan has referenced, I have issues with maybe going to the bathroom as regularly as I should. So I answered this really quick questionnaire with Care Of. They came up with a customized vitamin program specifically for my needs. And you did the same thing, right? What were the needs you wanted to address with Care Of?
I wanted more energy. I wanted to be, hey, let's be real. I wanted to be a little more regular. And I wanted to sleep better.
Honey, death begins in the gut. That's the truth.
Yeah,
You've
it
got to
does.
take care of your gut. And that's something we got to talk about. And the probiotics that were recommended for both of us were helpful. Now, here's the thing with Care Of. Some people I'd rather take a handful of vitamins. That's great. Some people no, I like more of a powdery mix you can mix into your drink. You could take your pick. Care Of will send you what works for you, because the ultimate goal is to be successful. And if you're not a big pill taker, they can send you pills all day and you're not going to take them. But yeah, I'll mix a little powder, a good tasting powder of a drink all day. So that's what I like also about Care Of. And I do like that it's not just a one size fits all, that it is customized
based on the questions that you answered.
Right. And it's really convenient. It's just like the stackable pack. It's like, it just dispenses it. You take a little pack, you can throw it in your purse if you're leaving for the day, your workout bag or whatever. And when you're ready, you just take them. They're all ready for you to go. You don't even have to think about it.
Nope.
That's what we love about it as much as, we do for ourselves. There's still some gaps in your diet that need to be filled. There are some things about your health, preventative perhaps, that Care Of can help you with. Now, where was I? We both have been taking it for a few days, but I think we have noticed a difference in the way we feel.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we have a great offer for you from Care Of right now. If you want to get online, take the quiz and find out what would work for you.
Yeah. And so for 50% off your first Care Of order, go to takecareof.com and enter code sandwich50. So once again, get 50% off your first Care Of order. Go to takecareof.com, enter code sandwich50.
Remember that, takecareof.com, and the code is sandwich50 to save 50%. It's really interesting because sometimes we don't really take the time to think, what do I want? Are you really getting all the nutrients you need out of your diet, listener? No, you're not.
Probably,
I'll answer that question for you. You're not.
Probably not.
You're not. So take care of that, and maybe you'll be feeling a little feisty next week. That has to be what's going on with us. We're feeling feisty. We're feeling good. That's really the only change we've made in the past week, honestly.
Take care of.
We've been adding that vitamin regimen. That's what it has to be.
Taking care of business.
Anyway, well, we have gone. This has been like a PG-13, if not R-rated podcast.
Well, you're the one that brought it up.
I'll say it's mostly my fault.
Yeah. You brought it up. You brought up Adam and Eve. You brought up.
No, you brought up Adam and Eve.
You brought up horsetails.
You brought that up.
You brought up leashes. You brought up.
That's all your stuff.
Oh. You brought up VHS tapes.
That was you again. So again, it was not my fault. This was all Alan's fault. But thank you for bearing with us for this risque episode of a Sandwiches and Lovin' podcast. But quarantine makes you do different things.
Apparently.
And we went there. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. We had a Zoom meeting. Zoom meeting.
Gorilla with a flashlight.
I had a martini tonight.
Gorilla with a flashlight.
I had a meeting. Our office had a meeting with our boss today.
Which one?
Boss man and
which boss
El
man?
Presidente, both of them.
Well, Kelly, this is El Presidente. Well, it's kind of sounding like Bill Clinton now. Okay, I need to work on that.
I need to work on
that.
We're going to work on the El Presidente.
I need to work on that.
But apparently the plan is for the Kid Craddock Morning Show to go back into the office on May 26th, which is the Tuesday after Memorial Day. So we have another week and a half together.
Are you supposed to share this information?
I don't see why I wouldn't.
Did the boss man say it was okay?
He didn't say it wasn't okay. So we're going to be back. So we've got another week, a week and a half or so of quarantine together, babe. And then I'm back to the grind. Getting up before the butt crack of dawn, getting ready as best as I can, driving to work.
Oh, burning up that gas.
And the tollway fees. Here it comes back. Life is starting to resemble what's normal, which is what I've been wanting. And so it's getting ready to happen. Yeah. So I think, in the next couple of weeks, hopefully, the conditions will continue to improve, and this will be the plan moving forward because, we were talking today, kids getting ready to wrap up the school year. Are we going to go back to school in the fall? They want to go back to school in the fall, and I hope that works out. And I think step one is us getting back to work.
Yeah, the kids. I mean, kids need to be in a schedule.
Yeah.
They really do.
And they need to be around their friends.
Yeah.
And it's good for their social skills.
Right.
And just to give mommy and daddy a break.
I mean, it's fun for a little while, but can you imagine if it was like this all the time?
No.
Talk about a whooping.
Yeah. Well, we've done well so far. I've enjoyed quarantine for the most part with you, honey.
Well, thank you, babe.
For the most part. It's been good.
Well, I try to stay out of your hair, keep myself busy.
You do. You do a good job.
Thank you, babe. Well,
what are you going to do tomorrow? What's your
tomorrow?
next project? What's your next project?
Well, it's supposed to rain tomorrow. We have a big storage shed that's supposed to be here Wednesday. I'll have to assemble that at some point.
Hmm.
We have an electrician coming tomorrow because there's some stuff I cannot do without electrocuting myself.
Oh, good.
So,
and it's supposed to be raining, and he's going to deal with electricity in the rain.
Well, he'll be okay. And
he'll be fine.
Exciting stuff like we've got some grass where I need to plant some sod plugs. I need to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might
Exciting
take a nap.
stuff like
I think
that.
I might take a nap. That's what I'm thinking.
You should.
Maybe after my nap, I might start on a jigsaw puzzle. Big plans here for me this next week and a half or two of quarantine. Yeah, that Spanish I was going to learn, that canvas I was going to paint.
Where did that go?
All those
this
novels,
big talk about painting.
The novels I was going to read, the screenplay I was going to write. How many of you have actually accomplished anything you set out to do?
Oh, I bet a lot of people
that you planned to do.
I bet a lot of people have.
I want to know how many of you haven't. Week 1 of quarantine, all these magnificent plans. And what did you do? Alan's done a lot, though.
How's that big vision board coming?
He's still blank. I got to like get some magazines or something and cut stuff out and put on there.
So it's not just a total fail. I'm going to start putting my
it's my vision board.
Yeah, I'm going to start putting stuff up there.
No, it's mine.
I'll start pinning clip outs from Adam and Eve catalog and put them up there. That's what I'll do.
How are you going to explain that to the kids?
We won't let them in that room.
Oh, they're banned from the laundry room?
I would not do that. That would not be
He's joking.
That would not be in good taste.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up before we say anything more.
All right, babe.
A little too revealing of a Sandwiches with Lovin podcast tonight, but thank you for being here for it.
It can never be too revealing, can it?
Yeah, they probably can.
Yeah, sometimes it can.
All right.
All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
Love our listeners desperately.
Love them. Love all of you.
I love Adam and Eve desperately.
Alan, stop.
I'm just kidding.
Not a sponsor, by the way.
Not. What if they could be?
No.
Why?
I don't want that.
Hey, we've got millions of Americans enjoy those types of products in the privacy of their own homes.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
All right.
But I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon. There's really nothing wrong with that. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye.
Oh, God. What a podcast.
Just wheels off.
Completely wheels off.
Completely wheels off. Ridiculous. That's right. That's right, Bianca. We need them as a sponsor. Be a good sponsor. Use promo code Dildo Sandwich 50.
Oh, Alan.
To get 20% off your first adult order. I can't say that, but you can listen to a podcast where she throws down C word after C word after C word.
Well, I told you I don't like that.
It's like my ears are bleeding.
I don't like that.
My ears are bleeding.
I don't like that. And I'm like, please get past that.
But you keep listening. Right?
Because I know she's going to get past it.
Mm-hmm.
What's everybody saying?
Don't forget to smash the like button. Listen to Kara's good advice. Thank you, Kara. Appreciate you. Sheila said promo code fondles. God. Oh, such juvenile sophomoric themes. Juvenile sophomoric themes and humor. Very juvenile and sophomoric. Whoa. A sandwich and some crotchless panties.
No. A sandwich and some risque business.
A sandwich and some fundies.
No.
No. A sandwich and some edible fundies.
No.
I've heard of them. I've never used them or anything. Let's see here. Thank you, Melanie. Sorry that Kelly was so lewd. It's not in her character to do things like this. Look at this guy. See you, dude. Yeah, really, Andrea. Too many buzzballs.
No, it was a martini.
Yeah, too many martinis. Thank you, Bethany. But if we are your fave, Bethany, which one is actually your fave? I mean, let's be real. Which one is
We're
your
the fave of what?
She just said we're her fave.
Her fave podcast?
She just said we're her fave.
Her fave.
But there's only
redhead and brunette.
But there's two of us. So who is really your fave? That's what I want to know. That's what I would like to know. Yes, Julie, she was. Yeah. Defeated.
What?
She said you're her fave.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, I'm chopped liver. I know it. That's what I am. I'm just chopped liver. Who falls asleep faster?
Alan.
We both fall asleep really fast.
We both go to sleep really fast, but Alan beats me. Because he will lie down, close his eyes, and he's automatically out. And then he'll be like on the phone, and I can just tell by his breathing that he's falling asleep. You go to sleep faster.
Yeah, I fall asleep pretty
We
fast.
both fall asleep.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, April. Yeah, I like doing those too. Those are fun to do.
What?
Those cooking videos.
Oh, yeah, you should do more of those.
Yeah, I mean, they're fun to do. I was doing something the other night, and I thought Cole was going to help me. What was that? I just posted it. Oh, the Chick-fil-A sandwiches. I did the copycat Chick-fil-A sandwiches. Cole said he wanted to help me, and then he got to playing his video game, so I just did it by myself. So it was just me. But what's your favorite wine? Bianca wants to know your favorite wine.
Well, I like red is my favorite. I like red over white. And normally when I'm drinking at home.
Thank you, Sheila.
I prefer, I actually went to Costco one day, and there was a sommelier there. And I said, I want to have some wines that aren't ridiculously expensive that I can drink at home and still enjoy. And he recommended 14 Hands, which is really good red.
Hands.
I also like
Hello, Hand.
Sterling wines are really, really good. Sterling. I'm envisioning the wine right. Freak Show is good. Freak Show. God, that one with the oh God, Whispering Tree is a good one. Apothecary is a good one. Usually red blends I find to be pretty good.
You're dropping a lot of dimes. I don't know anything about wine.
Sterling, as a rule of thumb, I have found to be a really good bet. Whether you like wine, white or red.
I like Pinot Noir.
Alan loves Pinot Noir.
That's all I know.
That's his fave.
Oh, man. Minomi? Mionomy? Mionomy?
Where?
Mionomy?
Where? Oh, Miami. Yeah, it's a good one. I think I bought a bottle of that at Costco. I think I have a bottle of that right now.
It's a Pinot, is what Julie said.
I think I bought it because of you. It's somebody recommended it to us. We were at dinner one night, and I bought it for you. There was one that had an initial on it that you loved. I remember we looked all over. Was it Q or something? We looked all over for it and couldn't find it. Remember?
We had that at.
Was it Q?
We had that at Bob's on your birthday in Fort Worth.
Is it V? Q? V?
I've got it in my notes somewhere. We couldn't find it anywhere.
Couldn't find it anywhere.
Whoa. Yeah. Next week's the last week of school. All right, guys. I just feel like the last 2 nights I've just had like the most sour stomach.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's because we're eating so much meat or
was that
what.
too bad? That was awful of me, but we just went there. I'm sorry if I embarrassed you about your
No, I don't get all shook up about
don't,
stuff that you bring up like that, like you do.
Like about me passing gas all the time? Talk about that, honey. Talk about how often that happens.
Oh, happens more than you want to know it happens. Happened before we were married. Happened in my apartment one time. Sounded like a rattlesnake was in there.
Oh, stop.
Which one? Please listen to the song. Look at that. By Mark Rebelin. Okay, well, we'll check it out. I like, you remember Miguel? That song, Coffee in the Morning? I like that one. That's a dirty song. That's a good one, though. Good night, Valicia. Very pretty name, Valicia. I don't think I've ever heard that one. Valicia. Yeah, oldie but goodie. It's a little lewd. It's very lewd, actually. She says he makes up some funny songs with cool beats. Some are lewd. One of my greatest joys is when our listeners start talking like we do. That's one of my favorite things in the world. Just somebody sends me a note or something and they say, I saw such and such and it is lewd. I just love that. Makes me very happy. Felicia, good. You guys are funny. I will sit here all night and chuckle at these things y'all say. Yeah, Courtney, come on. We've already got like 5 or 6 couples for next year. Sucks we can't go this year, but I think about 5 or 6 couples already moved their reservation next year. So we should have a big group next year. Hopefully everything's normal, or as normal as it can be, I guess. We'll see. I'm really bummed we can't go this year, but man, that is going to be so fun. Angie, good job. You said send it home for Jerome. That's a little slight variation, but that's okay. That's okay. You're gonna instead of saying bring it home for Jerome, she says she's gonna send it home for Jerome.
Send it home.
That's okay. You can say that. Kind of change it, customize it for your own needs. Kelly from Birmingham, Alabama.
Hey.
I've been to Birmingham. Been through Birmingham a million times. A lot of Civil War stuff in Birmingham.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exhibits
in South Carolina, they have Civil War reenactments, you know.
People running around in costume.
Yeah.
Why do people like running around in costumes?
Because they like history.
No. But just generally speaking, people like wearing things, wearing costumes.
Because it's fantasy.
Fantasy. Yeah. I mean, anybody can go on. It's not a couple's trip. Anybody can go on the trip.
It's an adults only resort, though.
Yeah, it's adults only. But last year, we had single ladies, we had single dudes, we had boyfriend, girlfriends, we had married couples. Yeah, sure.
You did up to $389 today, right?
I don't remember.
From last night?
I don't recall. Yeah, I think it was $389.
I think that's right.
April, I don't think we will. I doubt that we'll go to Galveston this year. I don't think we will. Safe, we are done. We're just wrapping up. We're just kind of hanging out in the auditorium, just kind of kicking the cow turd around.
Cow turd?
Yeah, just shooting the shit. All righty, guys. You guys have a good night. We will see you in 2 nights. Very soon. We got to process some orders here.
EmmaKellyandMe.com.
Still have a limited amount of merchandise.
Small, large, and then a pair of jeans.
All right. Merchandise. Look at there. Raspberry sold something. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Love you guys.
That was just from posting on my Instagram stories. We need to get that charged tomorrow.
Dime.
I mean, I should have done more. I should have done on Facebook.
Dropping big dimes. That's what she does. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.